Hello, my name is William, and in this video we will be looking at verbal reasoning sentence questions. In each question, the words can be rearranged to form a sentence. One word doesn't fit in the sentence, underline the word that doesn't fit. Let's go through a few examples. Here you can see the list of words. First thing you do is you say them, just to get a feel of what kind of words you'll be using in this sentence. Yesterday, lawn, have, the, mow, tomorrow, will, to, I. Lots of sentences begin with a noun and then a verb. Later on, we will see other types of sentences which start with a verb, then a noun. These are called instruction sentences, which we will see a lot of later. So let's start this sentence with a noun, then a verb. I. Mow is the verb, but let's put a few words just before it. Have to. So far we have, I have to mow. Well, what are we mowing? The lawn. But when will we do it? In the future. So, the last word is tomorrow. As soon as we have used a word, it is good to put a line above the word. To show yourself you've used it. So, the final sentence is, I have to mow the lawn tomorrow. Which word did we not use yesterday? Hence, that is the answer. Here are the words. Exciting, rugby, many, sport, great, think, and people is. Let's start with a noun, then a verb. People think. But having read the words, maybe I should make it a bit more interesting. Put an adjective before the noun. So I will try many people think. Think about what? A noun, rugby. So we have many people think rugby. And now let's describe rugby. It is an exciting sport. And there we have it. Many people think rugby is an exciting sport. Here are the words. Clock has wore a picture, the frame, nice on that. Let's begin with a noun once again. We could say the picture or that picture. We could say the clocks or that clocks. So I will try the picture. Has a what? Now we describe it. A nice frame. But then we haven't used a few of the other words. So let's try again. Instead of the picture, let's try that picture. Has a nice frame. But once again, we have not used wore the on clocks. So let's make it more interesting. Because where is this picture? And we've got it. Hence, that picture on the wall has a nice frame. Describing where the picture is makes the sentence more interesting. Because of that, we have not used the word clocks. Here are the words. Stars, sky of, twinkle, hole up, thousands lit, the. Let's have a look at the noun and the verb. Stars, twinkle, or maybe stars lit. So let's try one of them. Stars lit. But what did they light up? They lit up the sky. But just put a word just before sky. Put an adjective in, make it more interesting, the whole sky. We haven't used the words of thousands, twinkle, but whenever we have a number or an adjective, just put it before the noun. So we began this sentence with stars, but why not start off with thousands of stars? And then we've got it. Thousands of stars lit up the whole sky. Hence the word we did not use is twinkle, hence that is the answer. When we look at a sentence question like this, think of two words that mean the same thing. We have lit and twinkle. If you are running out of time, this is a good exam strategy. Quickly pick one of those words. It is unlikely you will use both words in the same sentence because they both mean the same thing. Here are the words. Enough their concert is to plenty for time of practice the. I will give you a clue. Let's start off with there is, plenty of. It's a nice clue I'm giving because this is a phrase. We think we have time. There is plenty of time. Let's begin in this way. Plenty of time to do what? We need a verb. To, and there's only one verb here, practice. So to practice for what? For the, and then we can put in a noun, the concert. The full sentence is, there is plenty of time to practice for the concert. Hence, the answer is enough. Here are the words. They is how, why, want, know, to, happened, and it. Let's begin with a person, but here we have a group of people. Let's start with they. They know, because it's a noun and a verb. But let's make it a bit more interesting. Let's put a few words before know. Which two words could go before? Want to. They want to know. Now we have a question word. And the two question words here are how and why. Let's try how. They want to know how. How what? We're talking about an event. So it'd be good to follow it up with the word happened. They want to know how it happened. Now we have a few words left, and let's just put a couple of them right after. We've already used the question word how, so let's use the question word why. And then we've got it. They want to know how it happened and why. That means the word we did not use is. Here are the words. Noticed, usual, that, than, expect. Busier, city, she, the, was. If you want to have a go yourself, now is the time to pause the video. Here we go. Let's begin this sentence with a noun, and we have the word she. She is followed by a verb. She noticed. Well, what did she notice? The city. She noticed the city. We are comparing it to how the city normally is. She noticed the city was what? We need an adjective. And the adjective here is busier. So far we have she noticed the city was busier than what? Normal. And what's a word for normal? Usual. At the moment we have two words left, that and expect, and we should just change our minds and put that somewhere. Instead of saying she noticed the city, she noticed that the city was busier than usual. Therefore, the word we did not use is expect. Here are the words. Keep, begin, journey, themselves, on, they, to, entertained, long, had, the. Let's start with a noun, then a verb. Let's begin with the group. The pronoun word, they. They had to what? Now we need a verb. Entertained does not work here because it's past tense, so let's try keep. They had to keep. Keep what? It might be keeping an object, but there are no good nouns here, so it is about keeping to themselves. So this is a nice phrase to remember. They had to keep themselves what? Now we need an adjective, and the only adjective here is entertained. So far we have they had to keep themselves entertained. So let's put the noun journey at the end. How do we describe this journey? It is a long journey. So that goes at the end. Now we have three words, begin, the, on. And we just need to put two of these words in. This is a good exam strategy. Whenever there are three words left, you know you need to put two more words into the sentence. Long journey is at the end, but two of these words go just before it. Which two words? On, the. The final sentence is, they had to keep themselves entertained on the long journey. The word we do not use is begin. Here are the words. Start, back, return is heading. It, time, camp, to, towards. Let's go for a phrase. Let's go for the phrase that might end this sentence. Let's look at the word heading. But where are we heading in this sentence? To camp. But do we say heading to camp? Maybe we could put a word in between heading and to. Now looking at words, which one looks good? I think we can try back. Heading back to camp. Or even heading back towards camp. So you can put lines above these words to show you will use it in this sentence. But how to begin this sentence? If we look at the other words, we've got the word time. Let's try it is time. It is time to do what? We need a verb. Well, we've used heading and towards. The verb that remains is start. It is time to start heading where? And we've got it. Heading back towards camp. Therefore, the word we did not use is return. An exam strategy, we could look at opposite words in this sentence. Return or heading. Return and heading, they are opposite words. So if you are running out of time, you can quickly pick one. Leave when switched the home. Remember off, turn to lights you. Let's try starting with a noun and a verb. Now, what are the nouns in the sentence? We got home, lights, and already it just sounds a bit weird. Maybe we can start with the home, but then what? The home switched off lights? No. If we start with the lights, switched, and then we realize it is a bit weird, so we change it round. So we have a verb, then a noun. This is an instruction sentence. So let's begin with a verb. So which words here are verbs? We have leave, switched, turn. And then we can see the word lights. Turn off the lights. So let's try starting with that. Turn off the lights. When, what? When you, and now we need a verb. And we have remember and leave. Which one sounds better? Leave. When you leave what? So you leave a noun, and what are the nouns? Left, the home. So we have turn off the lights when you leave the home. But then maybe we put a verb right at the beginning. Not just turn off the lights, but remember to. And then we've got it. Remember to turn off the lights when you leave home. Hence, the word we did not use is switched. If we look at exam strategy, let's look at the verbs. We have leave, switched, turn. Which of these verbs is a different tense? It is switched. This is the past tense. And because of that, the odd one out is switched. So I think you pick it. Based on exam strategy, if you are running out of time, do this. Leave when switched the home. Remember off, turn to lights you. Let's try starting with a noun and a verb. Now, what are the nouns in the sentence? We got home, lights, and already it just sounds a bit weird. Maybe we can start with the home, but then what? The home switched off lights? No. If we start with the lights, switched, and then we realize it is a bit weird, so we change it round. So we have a verb, then a noun. This is an instruction sentence. So let's begin with a verb. So which words here are verbs? We have leave, switched, turn. And then we can see the word lights. Turn off the lights. So let's try starting with that. Turn off the lights. When, what? When you, and now we need a verb. And we have remember and leave. Which one sounds better? Leave. When you leave what? So you leave a noun, and what are the nouns? Left, the home. So we have turn off the lights when you leave the home. But then maybe we put a verb right at the beginning. Not just turn off the lights, but remember to. And then we've got it. Remember to turn off the lights when you leave home. Hence, the word we did not use is switched. If we look at exam strategy, let's look at the verbs. We have leave, switched, turn. Which of these verbs is a different tense? It is switched. This is the past tense. And because of that, the odd one out It's switched, so I think you pick it. Based on exam strategy, if you are running out of time, do this. December for month said a manufacturer's successful toy was. If you want to have a go, pause the video now. Let's begin this sentence with a noun then a verb. Firstly, let's identify the nouns. We have December, month, manufacturer's, toy. Let's start with manufacturers. Manufacturers said December, and now let's describe December, was a successful what? A successful month for toy. We are so close. If it was plural, then we're good. So I think we just need to change the order. Instead of beginning with manufacturers, these are the people who make the toys, let's try starting with December. December was what? Well, we're going to describe December again. December was a successful month. For who? For the people who make the toys. For toy manufacturers. So that's how we solve the plural problem. We don't end the sentence with toy. It is before the other noun. This is another good strategy. Whenever you have two nouns, maybe just put them together. Toy manufacturers. And that is the sentence. December was a successful month for toy manufacturers. That means the word we did not use was said. Cycling, usually swimming up and a make are running triathlon. What are nouns in the sentence? Cycling, swimming, running. Triathlon. I think we've got a great connection already, because even if you don't know what the word triathlon means, look at the start of the word, the prefix of the word. It begins TRI. What word do you know that starts with TRI? Triangle. So this word is to do with free. Free what? Maybe free activities, free events. So it looks like all these nouns we're going to use in this sentence. So let's start it with the nouns. Cycling, swimming, running. Now, can we say it like that? No, because we are listing activities. We are listing nouns, but because it is a list, the last one, you need the word and. Cycling, swimming, and running. And then we describe it. Triathlon will be at the end, and we have the words usually and a make. And I think if we just rearrange these, we're good. So try to rearrange the middle words. I'll give you 5 seconds. The sentence should be cycling, swimming, and running usually make up a triathlon. That means the word we did not use is are. So that's a nice phrase to remember. Usually make up a. The, torment, cat, you'll, might, it, or don't regret neighbours. Let's try starting with a noun, then a verb. What are the nouns in this sentence? Neighbours, cat, you'll. Really, that is a pronoun. So if we start the sentence with the neighbour's cat, then we need a verb. Regret, the neighbour's cat, torment. Doesn't sound right, so I think we need to switch it round. Let's try verb, then noun. What are verbs in the sentence? Torment and regret. So torment the what? The cat. But whose cat? The neighbour's cat. Or regret the neighbour's cat. That one doesn't sound right. But should we torment the neighbour's cat? No. So let's put don't. So we have an instruction sentence. Don't torment the neighbour's cat. Now the other words left in the sentence, we have it, you'll, regret, might, or. So there will be a consequence if you torment the neighbour's cat. So I'll give you 5 seconds. Try to finish off the sentence. 4 words, put them together, and at the end we have it. Or you'll regret it. So the final sentence is don't torment the neighbour's cat or you'll regret it. The word we did not use is might. Borrowed, May, library at 7 4 days, books up B2. How to begin? Let's look at the nouns. Library, days books. Now 2 of the nouns I think we can put together. Let's try that. Library books. Now let's go for a verb. Library books borrowed doesn't sound right. So I think we need a few words before that. Just 2 words to give you the instruction. To say you can borrow the library books. What's another word for can? May. Let's try. Library books may be borrowed. But for how long can we borrow them? 7 days will be at the end, so can you find the words that need to go here? I will give you 5 seconds. And you should have picked 4 up to, and then we've got it. Library books may be borrowed for up to 7 days. The word we did not use was at. Mistakes your work submit in then check for hand. Let's go for a verb then a noun. Let's go for an instruction. So what's a verb here? Check, then hand. Maybe one verb can go at the start and the other verb can go at the end. Check your what? Work. So a nice phrase to remember when you're doing exams, when you're doing anything. Check your work. So that goes at the start. But what are we checking your work for? Check your work for mistakes. So that is part 1 of the sentence, but then what is the second part? Look at the words left. I will give you 5 seconds. Can you put it together? Check your work for mistakes, then hand it in. That is the second instruction. 2 instructions in 1 sentence, and I'm sure a lot of students have heard of this before. Because of that, the word we did not use is submit. Can, sense, puzzle, achievement, give, a, of, you, a, solving, able. Let's begin with a verb, then a noun. What are verbs here? Solving, give. And if we check out the nouns in the sentence, I think there's something we can definitely solve. Solving a what? A puzzle. So let's put that at the beginning. Solving a puzzle. But how does this make you feel? If we check out the other nouns in the sentence, we have achievement, we have sense. When you solve a puzzle, it makes you feel good. So let's put achievement at the end, and this is a nice phrase. It's like a nice feeling of achievement. The word feeling isn't here, so let's go for the word sense. A sense of achievement. So, a nice phrase to remember. At the start, we have solving a puzzle. At the end, we have a sense of achievement. And we need 3 words in the middle. The words we haven't used at the moment are give, can, able, you. Can you put 3 of these words in the middle? I will give you 5 seconds. The middle words are can, give, you. Therefore, we've got it. The final sentence is, solving a puzzle can give you a sense of achievement. Because of that, the word we did not use was able. If you enjoyed this video, why not like it and subscribe to the channel? If you really enjoyed the video, consider making a small donation. Thank you so much. The donation link is in the description.